Hi, my name is Micah, and I'm one of the founders of the Forgotten Heroes Foundation. The Forgotten Heroes Foundation's mission is to positively impact communities with enriching educational opportunities in STEM and aviation. Now, there's a lot of research going into answering the question of what is the best way to teach STEM. We have found that our approach of providing immersive, project-based learning opportunities and exciting hands-on experiences is extremely effective in solidifying academic concepts. To see just how impactful this approach is, let's check out a video in which we reward two NASA aerospace engineering interns, Kim and Anthony, a unique learning opportunity with a lesson and a flight in our L-39 jet aircraft.
My name is Kim, and today I'm riding in an L-39.
My name is Anthony Palazzo. I'm a Old Dominion undergraduate engineering student studying mechanical engineering for the undergrad and aerospace engineering for the graduate degree.
I'm a senior at Old Dominion University in mechanical engineering with a focus in aerospace.
Today I'm going to be flying on the L-39, working with the organization, experiencing what it's like to be in an aircraft.
This is something that I would have never thought I'd have the experience, so I'm really excited to be part of it today.
You know, I'm anxious, but that's with anything, you know, that's new. So, but more excitement than anxious. My dad's a mechanical engineer. Only difference is he likes ships, I like aircraft, but he's the main reason why I'm interested in engineering.
I love it so much. Yeah, it kind of consumes your life. Once you start figuring out how everything in the world works, you kind of want to just know more about it.
We like to tinker around with Legos a lot. He would show me different videos. And he also built different things, so he'd show me the different things and how it worked, and that was at a very young age. And that's just always kind of been part of my life.
Funny, it's not a typical story, but I'm a non-traditional student. I've decided to go back later in life to kind of pursue my passion, and I was really good at math, and so it led me into engineering. And you would have told me 5 years ago that this is what I'd be doing, I wouldn't have believed you, but here we are now.
The draw, in particular, aircraft, was hopefully contributing something to, I guess, propel humanity at a different level in terms of like aerospace. That's kind of the big push right now, to help get us to the next level, whether it be through spacecraft or here on Earth aircraft.
So the myth is you either can math or you can't math, but I think it's just a matter of understanding it, taking the time to figure it out, and once it clicks, and anyone can do it.
All it takes is one, example, one thing that's a kid at a young age is exposed to, and then they're hooked to that thing. So if you show kids more and more STEM things, they might be more interested in it. If they had never been exposed to that, they might not have gone to, engineering school, and him or her might not have been, the next greatest engineer or scientist or whatever it might be.
Math is for everyone. It was awesome. Everything about it was so cool. It's like you're in this like tiny little world, and the whole sky, you can see like everything from left to right, the whole sky above you, the clouds. It's just like unlike any other flying situation I've ever been in my life. So we went down to the Outer Banks, and you could see all the trucks driving on the beach, and then you could see like all the people on the beach, and then look over, and the water was just like so blue and clear, which is funny because I swim in that water and I had no idea that I'd never seen it from that perspective before. So it was pretty awesome. It was really interesting seeing like the interior of the cockpit, also because of the way that the L-39 is, like I could see him doing the controls, like moving the pedals and the throttle, and so it just was a really interesting experience, not only being in a plane like that, but like seeing somebody else kind of control it. And then he let me fly it for a little bit, and so I was able to like make a 30-degree turn to the right, to the left, and then I could also feel him like kind of course correct on my controls, so it felt like I was really, I was like really flying a plane. I think it just connects all the dots. Like I think sometimes it's so hard to, especially when you're in the throes of math or like any of the STEM courses, it's hard to relate what you're doing on paper and what you're struggling to learn to how it applies in the real world. And so seeing it and like living it and having that experience just puts all the pieces together. He was talking about like the angles of the flaps on the plane during takeoff and landing, and like that directly correlates to what we're learning, and it's like, oh, this is important. I see how this is actually working, and it just like fuels the passion for continuing to learn more about it and like get out into the real field. Thank you, Forgotten Heroes Foundation, for my first flight in an L-39 jet.
It was very intense. The G-forces are a real thing. I guess the best way to describe it, I felt heavy. I already had like all the respect in the world for the men and women fighter pilots out there, but that just bumped it up tenfold in how much they have to go through, especially when they're doing their maneuvers with military engagements or whatever it might be. So it was intense, I guess, in one word. I would do it again, especially knowing what is, now I know and what to expect. But just being able to like see everything and kind of go where you can go, but also seeing really what the pilots go through, like the military officers go through, the aviators, just to prosecute like a single engagement. I think that was probably the best part. I have loved planes my entire life. I've always been fascinated by them. My uncle's actually was a commercial airline pilot. And then, my previous military experience, I got to work with all the different types of jets and things like that. I did get to fly it for a little bit. It was pretty much what I expected as far as sensitivity is concerned. But it was really fascinating. And then, I get to say I float planes as well. This has fueled my love for like my future as an aerospace engineer, mechanical engineer. I actually got to see it like in person, no kidding, what's going on. We were kind of laughing earlier because we're in flight vehicle aerodynamics, and everything that we did today was in that. So actually seeing it, in person, experiencing it, talking to the pilots who do it, it just fueled it even more. It was amazing seeing everything and then actually piecing it together, what we see in real life and on paper. So it's been phenomenal. It's just been an amazing ride, and I really appreciate everything that everyone's done to put this together. I'm very blessed to have this experience because I know a lot of people don't get to see this, especially engineering major students. So it's just been amazing. Thank you so much.